because there's a perception that if you're a journalist, you shouldn't be affected. You should be like a paramedic. You can go to an accident scene and then you write that story, and then you go to a wedding. You have to laugh there, happy at the wedding and write about that. And then go to a war zone, and go and it's like people remove you from the situations that you encounter, whereas they affect you so much emotionally and mentally. So that has been the lesson. We've had engagements with SANEF about taking care of journalists mentally, and I think we are making good progress on that. Thank you.
Thank you. They're tapping hands for you. That's our born. That's how we can take ahead. I think one of the things that maybe we need to do is to hear the untold story of COVID-19. As you were saying, you had a friend who was in the LGBTQIA+ space who was stranded because the family could not take them. I think as the entertainment industry or the media industry, those are such stories that you need to document so that the future generation understand how we suffered during COVID-19, and then how do we draw strength from that? Thank you very much, Ms. Samasa. That was a very insightful input, much appreciated. I think at this particular time, we're going to take our discussion, questions and answer session. I'm going to request for the roving mics in each particular row, where I'm going to identify young women that want to speak, ask questions or make inputs. One would appreciate our inputs are more on what we want the next symposium to look like. Firstly, what are the discussions, or what is it that we want government to do as young women? What become the social compacts in this particular province? How does government supposed to put in programs that are going to improve our livelihoods as young women particularly? Also understanding that COVID-19 was not the last pandemic. What else is going to happen? I'm going to request the first roving mic to go to that. Telepon, Mrs. Sandra. That's one. 2 is there. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a. I'm going to take the second set. You're going to be number 1 in the second set. I'm going to give a minute each to ask your question, make your inputs, and your submission. Your 1 minute starts now. Give us your name and the district that you're coming from, or the sector.
Right. Namaste. When I say namaste, you say namaste back, obviously.
Okay.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you. Igama usazwa kachali ikamuga eThekwini Metro. Maybe firstly my age. My first So my question is, or maybe for the next symposium, is that how then do we include women who are diverse? I'm sorry, all right, so that is the one that I wish to know. Is how then do we involve women who are diverse? And then how do we then support these women around this table? Because we're having a dialogue, and some of the speakers were speaking, I'm sorry, and we are supposed to inqwaba sibamnyama and sigesa ekoleni enganayo lento le ukuthi sikhulume ngesishomusho ngesilungu, and that becomes something ukuthi mesisiba nezingxoxo ematafuleni esingasalalele because versus and also singabantu abasha having ama-dialogues azoba made without engaging with us kwenza ukuthi sigcine singasezwa nokuthi sigcine singasa-understand. mekuningi mhlambe ekade ngaphuma emakabishini because I was very interested, but because of umsindo nokuthi asamuzi uthini because usedaloga kakhulu ngesingisi sekuba khona inkinga. Maybe on the next support tab we can look at those things.
Can you take a second? Number 2. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson of the session. Igama uSibusiso Gabuza, and I come from Umgongodlovu district. Slalo, mine is a comment. Ngizocela nje ube lenient kulo 1 minute wakho Slalo kali ngizozama ukusheshisa Slalo. Ngiqala nje ngicela ukuqala laphayana a presentation from Dr. wethu just to welcome it first, but then also mhlambe into engithanda ukuthi siyibuke or ama lessons rather that we should be drawing from the pandemic, amongst other things, is the importance of Uguti as a country. We start being a country that focuses on prevention rather than treatment. Because in reality is that our country is spending a lot of money on treatment. You know, it is a burden to the health sector. So these are lessons that we should be drawing from this pandemic, because as I've said, in this country, abantu abaphila with non-communicable diseases maningi sihlalo, sugar, diabetes, BP, yonke. Sibonile nge-COVID ukuthi people that were at risk of dying were people with those comorbidities. So it's a lesson sihlalo ukuthi as uhulumeni we need to shift now and shift to creating awareness program so that people understand the importance of adopting a healthy lifestyle, investing more on healthy lifestyle, investing more on sports and recreation, so that we prevent non-comorbidities or sugar, no BP, no body. I was quite happy when Mrs. Zimase spoke about it, because we cannot deny the fact that mental health rate was very much compromised during the COVID-19. I think I acquired a stress. So I would like to see many investing more on or creating more awareness around mental health, and actually, because in the past, counseling or psychologists, but in reality is that there's no better time than now to actually introduce that to people, the importance of people going to those, utilizing those sectors that deal with mental health, because that are affected because of this pandemic. The local economic impact of the COVID-19 in Kulgakul. So there's no better time than now to actually remove some of the bureaucracies, some of the red tapes that we put. There's no better time than now to actually talk about the sensitive issues that we don't want to talk about. Issues of illegal immigrants, because if we are putting funding for young people to start businesses, but there's no space in actual fact. Young people are talented. But there's no space. In reality is that companies are Pick and Pay, or ShopRite, nobody. But there's nothing that actually says our leaders are not going to these institutions and saying, okay, welcome a ShopRite or welcome a Pick and Pay to this particular area. But the show, fruits and vegetables are because from these local service providers. So it's high time we give our entrepreneurs space in the market so that they are able to function. Also, illegal immigrants, this is the time for us to start championing it. There's no better time than now. If we really want to deal with the economic impact of COVID, let us deal with illegal immigrants, because in reality is that but we don't get space. So that's because also figure no or 400, 800. So I nobody is buying me. So we need to start dealing with Loma issues that
Number 3. Yes, can you stand up, give us your name and where you're coming from? Number 3. Number 3 was here. Okay, you can go ahead and speak.
Igama lami nguNosipho Mngomezulu, ngisuka e-University of KwaZulu-Natal, Howard College. Umbuzo wami ngicela ukugxilisa kakhulu kuMiss Nzuza. Njenge-youth esi-South Africa, sesigxile kakhulu kwi-Western education. Of which sonke siyazi ukuthi sine-crisis e-unemployment e-South Africa. Umbuzo wami kuMiss Nzuza bengicela ukubuza ukuthi i-agriculture yona nto njengamanje ekuze ngabe sigxila kuyona or mina ukubona kwami ukuthi singagxila kuyona. So umbuzo wami uthi how do we go about ezinye zenkinga esibe nazo ukuthi uqala kanjani, uqala ubona ukuyaye kube inkinga ugcine usuye ukuyenza into ngoba ungasazi isiqalo. So Miss Nzuza, umbuzo wami ulo-ke kuwena ukuthi ungangi-advise kanjani or ungasi-advise kanjani us as women, us as young.
Thank you very much. Number 4.
Sanibona, ngikhuluma noMbuso Khosini, also coming from the University of KwaZulu-Natal, Howard College. Firstly, I would like to applaud KwaZulu-Natal legislature for doing such a function. And there's a quote engiyithandayo ethi, my favorite color is the dying light of a dismantled patriarchy. So, a figurative meaning, yaleyo quote, it just applauds ukuthi we are shying away from a patriarchal society, and we are now readdressing the inequality that was based on abantu besifazane. So, firstly, I would like to applaud KwaZulu-Natal legislature lab, and I would like to base our resolutions kakhulukazi on the education sector. Because I think all government should come with plans to change our education system. Ngoba dekushiwo ukuthi ingane kaNongoma nengane yaDihlala eMhlanga mase ifika e-varsity, they are placed on the same level. So government should try to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor, and it should prep itself for another pandemic, just in case any pandemic ifika. Education system yethu ibe isinawo ama-plans ukuthi how it should eradicate it, and it should try and give counseling to our students who have been affected by COVID-19. And ngawashilo nje usisi ukuthi mental health is important, and I think it should be prioritized. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Number 5.
Sanibona, igama lami nguPhumelela Zondi, and I'm also from the University of KwaZulu-Natal. So my question, so basically Mina, I'm a bass guitarist in general. So I'm a founder of a band called Kindle Band. So my question is, as a young woman, what can government do in order to assist or intervene into assisting young women, young talented group? Because my band consists of like young youth, or they're under the age of 25. So sometimes it's very difficult to proceed with because assistance is even from the government in general. So question is, what can the government do to assist young people into showcasing our talent even with space or environment?
Thank you very much. Okay, your 1 minute.
Okay, Sanbanani,
My name is Joyce Domigai Samadonzela. I'm also from the University of KwaZulu-Natal. I have quite a number of questions. I'll try to keep it quick. One is the issue of homelessness, which it existed back when prior to COVID amends, and it still exists now. What has the government done to solve this issue? Another one is the issue of load shedding. If we are meant to move into the online spaces as people in the academic sector and everywhere else, how are we supposed to do this with load shedding as an issue? Another issue is the resourcing and overburdening of our public health systems. Stats show that there's about 35% of doctors nationally allocated to the public health system, in which the total is like 84%. Also, what is the government doing with that? So yeah, I think I'll just keep it there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to take the second set of hands. We had a hand, the first hand was there? No. Kata Senala. Okay, that hand you've got the paramism. We're not at number 3. Can you please give the lady in the purple jacket? There, over there. Yeah.
Ozongihlukumeza sihlale emcimbini abafazi angifuni ungaxoxeli sanibonani igama lami nguMandisa isibongo sami ngakaZondi ngisuka kumasipala waseNdende from this district mhlambe ngifisa ukuthi ngiqale ngidlulise ukudumala not because ungeqile but ezinye zezinto mhlambe ezenzekayo noma engiyibukayo zithi our panelists there, no one is from our own district. So I would like to pose a question. We legislature ukuthi asinaye yini thina umuntu wesifazane mhlambe okuleya level kulaba bantu abalapha phambili, of which I believe ukuthi they are young women from KZN, but I also believe ukuthi nathi kwiLembe district we are part of KZN, and nathi ukhona esingakubeka mhlawumbe kuzwakala ngoba iqiniso lithi kuyale kube lula ngesikhathi if a success story is told by umuntu wasemandeni. I'm sorry to make an example. Ulaphaya usisi wakanzuza eyeSihlahla. We also have abantu ababhizi impela neagriculture emandeni, but bashoda ngomhlaba abanye babo. Mhlawumbe ukube nayo bekhona ezokwazi ukuthi axoxele legislature ukuthi yini mhlawumbe singayenza ukuze sikwazi ukuthi sihlanganise maybe ukhokta ukuthi siya kanjani emakhosini siyocela indawo siyocela abantu abasha abangabantu besifazane indawo zokuthi bekwazi ukuthi beqhubeke betshale ngoba bakhona. Honorable Speaker, bakhona. I'm coming from Dwendwe local municipality, they are there. I know. Kodwa ke Honorable Speaker, ngiyabonga ithuba angikho lapho la ngikhona bengifisa ukuthi mhlawumbe ngiphathise entweni yokuthi nami am a bit worried lapha njengozama ukuthi into ye-quality education laba abantu abafundayo esijabulayo ukuthi bayagrade njengamanje abafunda online ikhona into eyenzakalayo ayikho into esingayenza manje ukuthi abantu babuyele emaklasini bahambe yofunda ukuze sizokwazi ukuthi sibe ne-education equality ngoba njengamanje thina eSouth Africa siding just any education, we need quality education. Umbono wami lapho and ukhala kwami mhlambe kulapho and ezinye zezinto sonke siya understand because I believe everyone around here is a gender activist. ngiyakukholelwa kakhulu lokho ukuthi la ukhona ekhoneni lakho there's something ephathelene negender eyenzakalayo noma enixoxayo but anikwazi ukuphumela endaweni kanje. This is October, Breast Cancer Month, but akekho umuntu mhlawumbe oke wasiqwashisa noma wasixwayisa ngoba i-cancer isiphenduka umbulalazo. Uyabo, mhlawumbe next time let us look ukuthi inyanga yani lesikuyona ebese siyalunganisa uzosilekelela because we have NPOs and NGOs akhona ekuhlaleni asilekelelayo ngalezi zinto kanje but abanayo abanye information ephelele. I know ukuthi uDr. Lusanda each and every time social media wakhe uhleze ekhuluma ngento yama-contraceptives ebantwini abasha ebantwini abaseseyingane but iyona into ebalulekile-ke leyo ekumele siyixoxe njengabantu abasha abakhulayo ukuthi lento ye-teenage pregnancy siyiqeda kanjani because at the end of the day kumele siyiqede, akumele siyinciphise kodwa kumele siyiqede. And abantu abazoba nama-ideas ukuthi phela kanjani it's us ngoba ihlukumeza thina vele as young women, ihlukumeza thina vele emakhaya as mothers. Abanye bangangami but they've got 3, 4, 5 kids abathandi nabo babesululazi ngesikhathi sabo. So it's high time lezo zinto ziyeke ukuba yihlazo ziphenduke zibe izinto esiphila nazo ngoba njengamanje umuntu onengculazi asayona ihlazo ukuthi nginengculazi kodwa kusabuya kuyihlazo ukuthi khona umuntu one-cancer. So mina ngiyafisa sihlalo lapho noma ubuke wangisuppressa ukuthi lokhu engikushoyo i-symposium mhlawumbe next time iphinde iba khona kube izinto esikhuluma ngazo and let us make sure ukuthi siyayenza research nge-district esikuyona, asingayenzi into just for ukuthi siyayenza but let's make proper research nge-district esikuyona. Ngiyabonga.
Bengakubona eqaleni but ngoba sekuthiwa ngike ngasuppressa omunye, I'm going to take your hand. You're going to be the last one.
Ngibingelele, igama lami uSindile wakaMathe eqhamuka eKhulikani Mhlongo branch, spokesperson wakhona lo. Okokuqala bengine submission la under i-provision of services bekhulume u-KZN legislation ukuthi singabantu besifazane besicela abantu ukuthi sibe nama-pads amahhala, singanikezwa ama-condom kuphela. I-sex uyenza ngokuthanda, ungena kuma-period ukwimvelo, asiwathole ama-pads kuma-lecture halls, asiwathole ama-pads ema-library. Kungathi masuxakekile kumele uqale uphindele endlini, ama-pads awatholakale njengama-condom. Siyakucela lokho. Okwesibili bese kuba i-impact of COVID-19. Bandla nami ngesinye sama-strengths nje ukuthi i-COVID akusiza ngokufunda online. Yes, lesiphasa kodwa imfundo esiyitholayo nento esiyiyona akusisizi ngalutho ngoba ekugcineni asazi lutho. Sigcina sibe abaningi esigraduate-ayo kodwa sibe singazi siyakophela singama-strengths. Okwesithathu ukuthi uhulumeni ayibukele eduze indaba yabantu abangama-graduates abangasebenzi. Ekugcineni sigcina sesifunda siwenzela ukuthi asiwuthole umsebenzi, ugcina usufunda nje, hhayi ngoba mhlawumbe kuyinhloso ukuthi akubukele kuqala ukuthi labantu abangasebenzi aba-graduate kubukele eduzane. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much, spokesperson. Thank you very much, Somlong. We're going to take 5 minutes to get to sponsors, then we're going to take the second set of hands. I'm going to start with Ms. Zuza, then Ms. Mnube, then Dr. Lusanda, in that order.
Thank you so much, Program Director. Ngicela ukuqala lapha kuGabuza, Mama. Lento futhi ngiphosa kuyona wonke umuntu olandle. Nginenkinga ngathi bantu abasha asifuni ukufunda. Ngiyeza kuhulumeni
Thina sifuna ukufunda sithole umsebenzi. If I'm an engineer, ngicela lapha nje ku-engineering, mangisivile ngikukhonkolo ngiseyinsimbini. I don't see asifuna ukujwayeza ukubuka ngaphandle. I am saying this because baningi abantu abasha abalimayo. Uthi ugabuza ospa basaplayelo abalungu ngiyavumelana nawe. Nabanye abantu bakolunye uhlanga asisho ukuthi okay because we are building a mall lana kwaSiqumbe kuno Shoprite sifuna ukuthi uthathe irubbish lakho from local farmers. Ayikho into eshicilelwe phansi enjengomthetho ekhuluma kanjalo. However, sinenkinga yabantu abasha abenza ngokubona mina usinethemba ngenza irubbish. Now uzokwenza irubbish. The issue is i-market yerubbish is saturated. Baningi abantu abalima irubbish but incane market. So agcina umlimi asenokudla kungathengiwe bese kuba ngathi abasupporteka belungu. When as umlimi unomhlaba, you can decide ukwenza ama-essential oils, for example. That's another nselelo ekumele u-Department of Agriculture explore because agriculture understands the entire agriculture value chain, understands which one is a low-hanging fruit, understands ukuthi iyiphi i-commodity ekwi-demand njengamanje. Njengoba kune-COVID-19 kunemkhuhlane khona njengamanje, young farmers asambeni siye ku-garlic, young farmers asambeni siye ku-lemon. You know, siyobe singagxili in one sector because sigcine sesibaningi sidayisa irubbish kanti irubbish alidingakali. Njengamanje personally I have a frustration yokuthi i-butternut u-90 rand. You know why butternut u-90 rand? It's because abekho aba-farmers ayitshalile njengamanje. That is why i-butternut iphezulu. I-rubbish lehlile because each and every farmer, every corner farmer une-rubbish. So we need to start learning the entire, if we say agriculture is a core sector, we need to mean it. Maybe in legislature, kumele hambe ayilandelele lento Department of Agriculture because the Department of Agriculture had inefficiencies before COVID-19. Sinenkinga ngo Department of Agriculture. Yet we are saying it's a core sector. Yet we are saying sifuna ukulungisa into ye-food security, you know. Baningi abalimi abazamayo but department awuba-assist. Not so long ago department bukhipha ama-voucher kaphesi but bekuthiwa ukalela into ofanele uyithathe uthi angithatha umanyolo kodwa mina ngudinga umanyolo nomqubo egcekeni into engiyidingayo ngidinga ithanki ukuze ngizostorisha amanzi because amanzi awekho emandini. So then amanzi uma ngikwazi ukuwastorisha afike ahlale ngikwazi ukuchelela umanyolo angudingi because ngikwazi ukusebenzisa umqubo organically. Ngibuye ngize usisi wami ngixolise sesigama ngilithathanga kahle. Farming or starting a business is a personal decision. Maybe I never envisaged myself as a business person. In actual fact, I used to say I'm not business minded. Up until I was pushed. Impilo yangishaya yangibeka ku level yokuthi okay, njengamanje I need to think out of the ordinary. So I then started because COVID-19 and the support was a validation for me. I'm in the right track, I'm in the right space, therefore I can still grow in it. So when so many people started planting during COVID-19, and most TikTok back then or videos in COVID during lockdown level 5 and 4. That's when God said, because there was no passion. You need to be passionate about something. At some points, as a self-funded farmer, I lost about 15,000. If I was not passionate about farming, I'd be like sheer pants. You know, so hence I say farming is a personal decision that you need to take, and being personal, there's so many factors that you need to look at for you to ensure, if I start this thing, it is go. I'm either a survivor with the COVID or not a COVID. There has to be willingness from your side. Let's talk about the issue of funding. It's my 4th year in this business. I have never been funded by governments. Angiqhamuki futhi ekhaya elinemali ukuthi ngizokwazi ukusustain ibhizinisi. Uma usuqalile yiba nengadi usuqalile encane, when you go to government or you go to any funding departments, usho ukuthi I have started. Kunzima ukuthi umuntu invest ama resources on someone who say I have an idea. Because uyamfanda akhipha amazambane manje 4 months later iplus selwile. What are you getting? Is there a return on investment? So I think uzama ukukhuluma ngento of departments working in silos. I think our departments need to work on small enterprise, Department of Agriculture, Department of Economic Development. One of the things that motivated me to start a business in agriculture, when I was doing my master's research, I did a research on ubia. Now, the consumers of ubia are abantu abasha mostly, and predominantly abantu abamnyama, statistically so. Now, ask yourself, ubia is made out of 5 ingredients. It's hops, barley, grains, water, and yeast. How many farms in South Africa that produce barley and hops are owned by black people? None of them. Who consumes ubia? Young black people. Why is then the government and Department of Agriculture not going to young people and say, as the biggest consumer of ubia, we're going to give you a farm, and we're going to speak to ADA, NDA, small enterprise, and we're going to fund that business. We're going to fund that farm that is going to produce barley, Friday. Thank you so much.
I'll be very, very brief. Ngibuyele emuva kulento kade ngisho ukuthi sine problem yokuthi ama departments ethu, they don't speak to each other. Department of Education awu understand ukuthi mawusifundisa usukupheka iproduct ezosetshenziswa amanye ama departments. Hence we have these problems that we have. Ngike ngabona esinye isithombe bengisishareile nje as a joke ka WhatsApp. Kunengane yomuntu omnyama idwebe iqhwagi ebhodini, and then kuneyingane zama-China zakha imoto. Indlela esifundiswa ngayo. Salifunda ke mhlawumbe abanye bethu bayafunda udwebe iqhwagi lesasesikoleni, but alisizi njengamanje. Sibuyele emuva ekutheni kahle kahle yini lesiyifundiswayo sizoyisebenzisa. Simple, ey'koleni sesibuyele sekubuyelwa kuyafundwa physical, but still lokho akusho ukuthi njengoba sesibuyelile sesifunda physical sesiyothola quality education. There's still a question ekutheni yini lesiyifundayo kahle kahle. There's still a very big question on that. Ama institutions of higher learning nawo awabe ready ukureceive ama students aqhamuka from different backgrounds. Kungabi ukuthi i-university ithakulingwane. I'm not saying kuzofanele uwave imithetho yama universities or how they operate, but i-DUT noma i-UKZN ibe ready ukuthi njengoba sila sizothatha umfundo kaNongoma, umfundo waseNkandla nomfundo waseThekwini. So therefore mawusiqala nje si accept